Riding with Montoya. Riding with Riding with Michael Schumacher. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Kimi Räikkönen. Riding with Ralf Schumacher. Riding with Montoya. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Michael Schumacher. Riding with Ralf Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with David Coulthard. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Kimi. Riding with Button. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Montoya. Riding with Kimi Räikkönen. Riding with Ralf Schumacher. Riding with Räikkönen. Riding with Montoya. Riding with Kimi. Riding with Jenson Button. Riding with Felipe Massa. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Ralf Schumacher. Riding with Räikkönen. Riding with Schumacher. Enrique Bernaldi is entering the pits. Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Michael Schumacher. Riding with Räikkönen. Michael Schumacher, the race leader, is entering the pits now. Montoya is going into the pits. Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Michael Schumacher. Kimi Räikkönen is entering the pits. Riding with Coulthard. Button is going into the pits. Riding with Jenson Button. Riding with Räikkönen. Riding with Felipe Massa. Giancarlo Fisichella is entering the pits. Riding with Schumacher. Irvine is going into the pits. Riding with Ralf Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Ralf Schumacher is entering Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Michael Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Raikkonen. Jarno Trulli is going into the pits. Riding with Olivier Panis. Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Michael Schumacher. Okay, I'll inform the pit crew of your instructions. Riding. Riding with Coulthard. Coulthard is entering the pits. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Raikkonen. Riding with David Coulthard. Nick Heidfeld is going into the pits. Riding with Kimi Raikkonen. Alan McNish is entering the pits. Riding with Raikkonen. Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Alex Young is going into the pits. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Montoya. Riding with David Coulthard. Riding with Kimi Raikkonen. Riding with Button. Riding with Olivier Panis. Riding with Frentzen. Riding with Felipe Massa. Riding with Raikkonen. Riding with David Coulthard. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Montoya. Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Raikkonen. Riding with Olivier Panis. Riding with Heinz-Harald Frentzen. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Coulthard. with Kimi Räikkönen. Riding with Coulthard. Giancarlo Fisichella is entering the pits. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Montoya. Riding with Kimi Räikkönen. Riding with Kimi Räikkönen. Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Montoya. Riding with Michael Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Coulthard. Heinz Harald Frentzen is going into the pits. Riding with Kimi Räikkönen. Salo is entering the pits. Michael Schumacher is in the pits now. Weber is going into the pits. Riding with Michael Schumacher. Riding with Montoya. Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Kimi Räikkönen. David Coulthard is entering the pits. Riding with Montoya. Riding with Michael Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Kimi Räikkönen. Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Olivier. Riding with David Coulthard. Riding with Räikkönen. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Räikkönen. Okay, I'll inform the pit crew of your instructions. Is going into the pits. Young is entering the pits. Riding with David Coulthard. Okay, I'll inform the pit crew of your instructions. Riding with Montoya. Riding with Kimi Räikkönen. Räikkönen is going into the pits. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Kimi Räikkönen. Riding with Michael Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Schumacher. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Olivier Panis. Riding with Coulthard. Riding with Juan Pablo Montoya. Riding with Michael Schumacher.
Breathtaking European Grand Prix. Here are the final results. Schumacher first. Räikkönen second. Montoya third. David Coulthard, 4th. The Ferrari driver, 5th. Panis, 6th.